Welcome back. All right, so something a little different. Of course, tomorrow is the last day of the preseason, so I thought I'd do things a little bit different. We have 10 games in the preseason. Now, if you're looking for the preview for the Nashville San Jose game, I previewed both of them yesterday, so I'm not doing a separate preview for that. And I feel weird putting a regular season on the board with a bunch of preseason games. So in with asterisks here in orange are the games that I intend to watch tomorrow and do reviews for because they're on the television. I don't have to hunt around for them. So at 3 o'clock Eastern, noon Pacific, the Chicago Blackhawks and against the St. Louis Blues. So this is preseason and it starts an hour after Nashville San Jose gets going. Although apparently, from what I was reading on Twitter, not everybody was able to see the San Jose Nashville game today because, of course, not. So for Chicago, they don't play again until Wednesday when they're at Colorado. For St. Louis, they have a whole week off until they play at home against Columbus. These teams meet 4 times this year: November 16th, December 29th, January 21st, and March 30th. So nicely spread out, no back-to-backs in there, and lots of meetings. So there definitely will be some feuding. I would think. Usually, Chicago St. Louis is a pretty interesting series, anyways, regardless of whether they're really good or not. So the fact that Chicago is favored to be one of the bottom teams in the league this year, I don't think that's going to affect the intensity of the games during the regular season, but we shall see. 4 o'clock Eastern, 1 o'clock Pacific, the Florida Panthers and Tampa Bay Lightning. They renew their rivalry. They meet again on October 21st. So unlike a few years ago where we saw them meet 2 times in a row during the preseason and then twice in a row to start the regular season, which had to be frustrating for them. And I know for fans it was kind of tiring of the same teams 4 times in a row that early in the year. So for Florida, their first game is at the New York Islanders on Thursday. For Tampa Bay, they're at the New York Rangers on Tuesday, which is the opening night for the National Hockey League season. These teams meet again after October 21st on December 10th, February 6th, and February 28th. Also at 4 Eastern, 1 o'clock Pacific, the Anaheim Ducks and the LA Kings get going. For Anaheim, this is their last game till Wednesday when they're at home against Seattle. The Kings, they're at home on Tuesday against Vegas, so they're opening up the regular season as well. These teams meet 3 times. They're in the same division, but divisional opponents meet each other 3 or 4 times during the regular season. December 20th, February 17th, and April 13th. So nice division in those 3 games. Also, the Dallas Stars will be in against the Minnesota Wild. That game starts at 6 Eastern, 3 o'clock Pacific. On Thursday, Dallas starts their season at Nashville. Minnesota starts their season on Thursday at home against the New York Rangers. So, these teams meet 4 times during the regular season: December 4th, December 29th, February 8th, and February 17th. At 6:30 p.m. Eastern, 3:30 p.m. Pacific, the Montreal Canadiens in against the Ottawa Senators. For Montreal, they open their season at home against Toronto on Wednesday. For Ottawa, they open their season Thursday at Buffalo. December 14th, January 28th, January 31st, and February 25th meetings between these 2 teams. So they will meet 3 times in less than a month, and they had a nice feud between each other last year. It'd be nice to see that battle recommence this year. 7 Eastern, 4 o'clock Pacific, we have the Columbus Blue Jackets and the Washington Capitals. Get things going. For Columbus, their next game will be Wednesday at Carolina. Wednesday is also the start of the season for Washington. They're at home against Boston. These teams meet 3 or 4 times, but their first meeting isn't until January 5th. They then meet on January 8th, January 31st, and then March 21st. So they meet 3 times in January. Could be key games there. Looking forward to see how these battles go because Columbus is favored to maybe make the playoffs. Washington's seen as a team that might be vulnerable to falling out. Columbus and Washington could play a large role in deciding who's still in the playoff hunt and who's not by the end of January. 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific, Detroit and Toronto go at it again. Of course, they're meeting tonight as well. I will be talking about the stats from tonight's games tomorrow, so don't worry, I'm not ignoring tonight's games completely. Friday against Montreal, at home against Montreal, will be the opening of the season for Detroit. For Toronto, on Wednesday, they're at Montreal. So both of these teams open their season against the Habs. These teams meet each other in the regular season November 28th, January 7th, January 12th, and April 2nd. 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific start time as well between New Jersey and the Boston Bruins. On Thursday, New Jersey's at Philadelphia, so that's a chance for Jersey to get off to a good start. For Boston, they're at Washington on Wednesday. So Washington and Boston going to get to know each other early. December 23rd, December 28th, and April 8th are the dates of the 3 meetings these 2 teams, New Jersey and Boston, will have during the regular season. 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific start time between the Rangers and the Islanders. Nice thing about tomorrow, there's no late games. Tuesday against Tampa, and that's at home against Tampa, will be the start of the season for the Rangers. It's the first regular season game on opening night, which is after the Global Series. But anyways, Thursday will be the start of the season for the Islanders, who are at home against Florida that night. October 26th, November 8th, and December 22nd, the 3 dates these teams meet each other. It is too bad that these teams don't meet again in the new year. So they'll be done with each other relatively early. That's too bad. I think the Battle of New York is fantastic, and I kind of wish they were playing 4 times. 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific is the latest start tomorrow night, so it'll be nice and early. I'll be able to get the review done early and power rankings. Just kidding, the power rankings will be next Saturday. So for Arizona, they start their season at Pittsburgh on Thursday. It's not an easy start to the season. And for the Vegas Golden Knights, they start their season Tuesday at the LA Kings. These teams will meet 3 times during the regular season, November 17th, December 21st, and January 22nd. So again, we'll probably see more NHL-style rosters, but this is the last time for guys to take a look, for guys on PTOs, if there's any left on these teams, to try to push for a job. Last chance to impress the GM before all the cuts happen, and then on Tuesday, we get the regular season started for everybody who's not San Jose and Nashville. But again, San Jose and Nashville start at 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern. They start in the evening. Nice evening start for those in Europe, and it is in Prague, so it should be fun to watch. The difference being San Jose will be the home team for the next game, whereas Nashville will be the designated road team. The only difference that makes really is that last change then belongs to the Sharks. Today's game, Nashville had the last change. So we'll see how it works out. But for these 10 games, let me know your thoughts. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. I'm glad the preseason's coming to an end because it means the important games are on the way. So that should be great. Looking forward to that. Thank you guys so much for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.